What to do, boys? It's your boys from the Third Eye Analysts, and today we're giving you guys our first round mock for the upcoming 2021 rookie class. And we've got our draft order of Owen first, me second, and Akira third. And of course, this is our super flex, half PPR, no tight end premium league settings, what we advise for all new Dynasty uh, consumers. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Owen, you're on the clock.
So with the first pick in the 2021 NFL Dynasty Superflex mock draft, I'm taking Justin Fields.
Whoa.
I know that sounds different, but just looking back at a couple of other classes, the first quarterback from 2017 was Mitchell Trubisky, third best quarterback. I mean, usually what we're looking for is we're trying to find Konami code type quarterbacks, aka high upside on the running while also they have good arms. Justin Field fits that. He fits into the Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes type old build. Then 2018, you had Lamar Jackson. I believe he was the fifth quarterback taken, yet the best fantasy performer to date. Then going back to 2019, that was, let's go 2020. Justin Herbert, best performing, best runner out of the class. So just looking back at the most recent classes, it's not always the first quarterback that performs the best. Well, Trevor Lawrence technically is a can't miss prospect. The upside isn't even close to what we believe Fields can be, which is top 5 year in and year out.
No, yeah. I see where you're coming from. Um, yeah, for the next pick, you kinda made it a layup for me, in my opinion. And I'm gonna take Trevor Lawrence at 102. Like you were saying, most people have Trevor Lawrence as a can't miss prospect. And while that doesn't really talk to his or speak to his fantasy ability, because as you said, rushing ability is far more important than passing ability in terms of fantasy points. Um, what it does, it secures him um, long term, right? And it's the same thing with Mahomes, and he's maybe not going to be QB1 every year, but you know you're going to have uh, a top five, top three QB for the next 10 years. And he does have legs, although he doesn't have Justin Field legs or Trey Lance legs. He has the ability to run. He has a cannon for an arm. He just has a kind of a penchant for winning, and I love that as a fantasy manager and having that safety valve at 102, which most drafts you're not going to even have the chance to get Trevor Lawrence. Um, yeah, I'll snatch that up real quick.
The one thing I do like about Trevor is he's going to Jacksonville. I mean, say what you want about their team. You know they got a couple good receivers in Chard and Chenault.
Right.
I mean, there's some. I mean, his floor is probably the highest by far in this class, which is
Yeah. It'll be exciting.
With my pick, also Zach Wilson.
There you go.
Okay.
Your pick, Owen.
You're not gonna break down why?
I feel like it's like a given.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's a lot of hype around him right now.
All you need to do is search up Chris Sims QB rankings, and that's enough Zach Wilson hype for a couple months. Yeah.
I mean, I'd honestly, I'd probably take him above Lawrence just because I think his ceiling's higher. But I mean, going to pick 4, I'm kind of in a toss up. I mean, if I was the fourth team, it all depends on team needs. But right now, I'd probably stick with the quarterback as they're going quick, take them while you can get them. Looking at last year, I mean, the rookies really made an impact, and especially in this class, which is one of the best I think we've ever seen. It's probably going to continue. So I'll take Trey Lance, the best runner in the class. While he definitely isn't the most polished passing wise, even as a rookie, he can kind of do things that most other quarterbacks can't. Running the football, we could see a similar offense type where they kind of put him in a system like Lamar Jackson was his rookie year. While he isn't as fast, he isn't explosive, he is a bigger body. He can kind of pound up the middle a little more with the stronger arm. I kind of look at it as especially coming to the league, he gets mocked a lot to the Panthers. If he gets mocked to the Panthers, he has solid O-line, great weapons on the outside, and a team that's really looking to build around a franchise quarterback. So they're going to be trying to do everything in their way to make him their cornerstone. So picking him seems like a no-brainer at number 4.
Yeah, I mean, Trey Lance is definitely the best runner in the class. He's got a cannon of an arm, like a lot of the other prospects do. But the thing that worries me is the kind of lack of passing volume we saw in college. Obviously, with 2020 cut short, but even in 2019, it seemed like NDSU ran the ball a lot, whether it was with him or the running back behind him. Um, so it's a little sketchy. Definitely a risky pick, but upside is to the moon.
I mean, while his floor is probably the lowest out of the people we said, I mean, his ceiling's the highest. He's got a Lamar Jackson type ceiling. Well,
Yeah.
he's got, I guess, Seneca Wallace type floor. So throwback. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Alrighty, with me up next at 105. I'm gonna take the first non-QB off the board. Probably the safest skill position player, if not the second most safe. He's versatile. He's from an extremely strong program. He's in the backfields. Went to Alabama. I'm taking Najee Harris. He can do it all. And although he didn't have the passing volume that some pundits wanted in college, he was at least decent, if not excellent. And he's got the prototypical size you want. He's got the speed. I honestly, he's in that tier where I would call him like a can't miss almost. I mean, obviously, it's landing destination dependent, but yeah, I feel like this is like hands down best running back prospect in the class.
My pick?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll pick Jamar Chase,
Yes, sir.
LSU.
That's easy bands.
Yeah, that's free.
No, I mean, if he lands in the right spot, people are saying he's the best talent coming out of college since Julio Jones and Amari Cooper. So that is high praise.
I mean, he's almost like a faster D Hop.
Yeah,
Just
he's
just kind of
exciting,
insane to think about. But
right?
I mean,
Right.
going to 107. I mean, I'm gonna be a little controversial.
Oh boy.
For the third time. I mean, what call it hot takes, whatever. I'm taking what I believe to be the best running back in the class from a fantasy perspective, because I always got to tell myself it's fantasy, PPR, have PPR. That's what we run. So I'm going Travis Etienne. He's a player that really improved out of the backfield in the passing game throughout his college career. In addition to that, he's explosive, high balance. One of the things I think that transfers that most people don't look at when talking about running backs is balance. That's why Kamara, even as a 5th rounder, Chris Carson is a 7th rounder, came in. They weren't high prospects, but they had insane balance with other traits they weren't elite, but their balance was elite. What I see in Etienne, especially running around the backfield, he's got elite balance to go along with elite speed, and elite ability to separate through holes and out of the backfield in the passing game. So I'm gonna take Etienne for sure at 1.07.
I think
Dang.
that's a gem. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm next at 108. And I think it's time to take the first tight end off the board. And this dude is what other people in the field are saying the greatest tight end prospect of all time. And he's a mismatch anywhere you put him on the field. And it's Kyle Pitts, and he's just a weapon, right? He can catch in the slot. He can get you in that intermediate zone, and he can go deep. And he was gonna grab it. And then at 6'5", I believe 250 pounds build. This dude is designed to just dominate at the pro level, and I'm really excited to see what he can do. And hopefully, he lands in and a 6 spot.
One comp I think that most people aren't talking about. I mean, they both came from the same college. He's more of like a taller Aaron Hernandez. No, I'm playing. I mean, he's kind of like a Gronk, but a little more athletic in the passing game. I mean, the way I see it.
Right.
But
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to give you the same blocking that Gronk is, but you don't get fucking
playing
points for
fancy.
blocking. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
All right, Akis, what you got?
Damn, who should I go with here? I'll go with I'll pick Javonte Williams. Then.
Whoa. Decent
you-
pick. I mean, he's not my RB3, and because of that, I don't know too much about him, but I know people love him as a prospect.
Who would be your RB3?
I'm with my sleeper, Mr.
I feel like
Memphis.
this running back class is not that good.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. And I think, I mean, it's not as deep. I think Etienne and Najee have a decent shot of being at least a top 24 running back. But beyond that, it's a lottery.
I think for physical traits, they're both better than CH was, but
We sleep
Taylor,
on
I bet.
CH on God.
I mean, it's get that weight down. But
Alrighty.
what 110?
Yes, sir.
This guys, I would have ideally liked to get Pitts here. Obviously, I mean, just because I mean, especially nowadays, if you can get one of those top 3-4 tight ends,
It's a
I mean,
difference maker.
you can't find that value anywhere else. I mean, Kelsey's more valuable than a top 3 receiver. That's in my opinion, at least. Season to season, but at 1.10, I'm gonna have to take Bateman.
So who else is gonna take?
Over Waddle and Smith. I mean, sorry, Alabama. No slight there, but the thing I like about Bateman, he's a big body. He's shown a lot of production throughout his career as the number 1 guy, so he can be that guy for a team. He's explosive. I mean, some people say it doesn't show up on film. All I know is he runs sub 4.4 and a 6.2. At his weight, it's a pretty impressive number physically. In addition to that, I mean, he can't be that guy, that go-to guy. He's kind of like physical stature-wise, he could be that Michael Thomas type player, Keenan Allen type player with a little extra speed that can always be a destined target for a quarterback, especially if it's in the right spot. I feel like 1.10 is good value, especially knowing you can get a receiver that could be top 10, top 5 down the road.
Yeah, I'm expecting he's gonna go sooner in rookie drafts because this dude's sick. Alright, I'm up next with 111, and I'll take the first Bama receiver, and it's not the one most people, I guess, most casuals expect, but it's Jalen Waddle. This dude is Henry Ruggs, but better. He's got almost Henry Ruggs speed. I think I've heard that they tied on a 40-yard dash once, and we know Henry Ruggs ran a 4.27 at the combine last season. Absolutely nuts. So if someone can replicate that, but also have better hands, better ability to stop on a dime and then change direction like Jalen Waddle does, I'm gonna snap that up all day. I mean, if he lands as in a spot where he's the wide receiver 2 behind some alpha and as a field stretcher, I mean, this guy's gonna put up points.
All right, my pick.
Yep. Wrap up the draft at 112.
Shit. Who should I take? I'll take another receiver. I'll take Rondell Moore.
Yep.
Wow, Smith falling out of the first round.
Yep.
Fuck that dude.
No, I think I have Rondell Moore and
could be
Devonta Smith.
a gadget guy. He can kind of be like, I don't know, like Tariq Cohen.
Yeah.
Like hybrid out of the backfield and play slot receiver or something like that.
Yeah. Or like a LaVisca Chenault or a Curtis Samuel.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah, I have Rondell Moore and Devonta Smith very close in rankings. But yeah, I think the upside for being like this hybrid guy pushes him over the edge. Alrighty, that's our top 12. Let us know how our hot takes were. I
Blame
know we
us.
had a couple. Yeah, flame us in the comments.
I
But
mean,
yeah, alrighty, we'll catch y'all next time. Deuces.
Adios.